I just listened to Ron Paul's speech naming the neocons, and that was given, I don't know, in 2003 or 2004. I'm not sure, 2003, 2004. He was naming the neocons that are infiltrated. And he basically gave the Project for a New American Century version of the neocons. Let me talk about this picture here. Oh shoot. This is a picture of after the 2004 election. Bush was reelected, of course, and then can the Ron Paul people pick out which ones are the neocons in this picture and which ones aren't? Because I'm going from left to right. Steve Hadley, National Security Advisor, I think he's a neocon from day one. He was pushing that war. Then we got Condi. Condi could be an enabler, but no, Condi was pushing the war too. So is Condi a neocon or some other pro-war interventionist Republican kind of thing? And then there's George W., who, well, he just doesn't really know what the hell's going on. He's surrounded by people who just like war. He's just right in the middle, see? So we don't know if he's a neocon or not. And then, here's a nice picture. Here's a nice picture. Now, can you Ron Paul people tell me, there's George Bush in the middle, but he's flanked by Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney. He's got weapons of mass destruction. And then, Rummy. What's Rummy's famous? Well, we have the unknown knowns and the known knowns, but we got to take him out. We can do it. We're America, and we just get in there. We don't need too many forces. So you got the two biggest neocons, and look at how they're just right snuggled in there with George W. So Ron Paul, is George W. a neocon? Sort of de facto. Let's call George W. de facto neocon. Now here's the person who, Steve Hadley, who succeeded. Now he's the National Security Advisor for Ron Paul people and for conspiracy people and people just really want to know what the heck's going on in the government. Steve Hadley was Rice's number 2 in the National Security. Now when Rice moved over to the State Department, now he's been promoted to National Security Advisor. Is he a neocon? Is he a neocon or not? And then I get more pictures here. Well, here's Steve Hadley's on the left. There's Condoleezza Rice. So are those two people on the left neocons or not? Because they did support the war, and they did come up with baloney intelligence. And then there's the figure. Now, the guy on the right, I didn't know who it was. That guy's a guy named Wood. I think it's John Wood. And he's with the vice president's office, so you can guess. If he's not, he's probably pro-war if he's not a neocon. Now, let's more broadly go. Alberto Gonzales. Now, Alberto Gonzales, he's not Jewish. He's not Jewish, and he actually came up the hard way. And he's from Texas. Maybe he's kind of a good old boy, or he's trying to be a good old boy. But is Alberto Gonzales a neocon? I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes. He supported all the lies and everything. He covered up. He lied for Bush. Now here's John Yoo. Now John Yoo is not Jewish, but he is Republican. By the way, Roberto Gonzales is a Republican. Are they neocons? I don't know. Let's sort it out. Maybe Ron Paul has to expand his list of neocons. Now here's Karl Rove. I don't believe Karl Rove is Jewish. I don't think he was in the Project for a New American Century, but he was involved in the outing of Valerie Plame, and he did push the war in Iraq. Now, is he a neocon? Is he a neocon or not? I don't know. He wasn't on Ron Paul's original list, so I wasn't sure. But he is a Republican, and he goes way back. He goes back to Bush 1, I believe. If not farther. Maybe he goes even back to Ronald Magnus. Now, let's look at some of the other questionable... this video can go on and on because there's a lot of people that they're all Republicans. This is the amazing thing for Ron Paul. They're all Republicans. Wow. This is Mitch McConnell, Senate Minority Leader, Republican Senate Minority Leader. Now, Is he a neocon? Because he supported the war. He supported George W. Right down the line. George W., get in there. Take out Saddam. Is he a neocon? I don't know. He's not Jewish, is he? I don't know. Was he in the Council for the Foreign Relations? I don't know. These are tough questions. Okay, then we get John Boehner, Republican minority leader. John Boehner, he cries. One time they were debating. They finally got it. The Democrats forced a debate on the Iraq. The Democrats, by the way, you might want to give the Democrats credit every now and then. The Democrats forced a debate onto the House floor on Iraq and withdrawal of troops, etc. And I think John Boehner started to cry. He said, "We can't abandon the troops in the field. This is a just and moral war. We must fight it for the future of the entire planet." And now, is John Boehner a neocon? I don't know. He wasn't in the Project for a New American Century, as far as I know, and I don't think he's Jewish. Now, here's another interesting case: Porter Goss. When the hardcore neocons like Cheney and Rumsfeld, they were able to kick out George Tenet, the CIA was actually telling the truth. They put in Porter Goss to clean out the opposition in the CIA. Now, is Porter Goss a neocon? He's a Republican, of course. He's Republican. He's a Republican. But is he a neocon? See, Ron, I'm having a hard time figuring out the difference between the top people in the Republican Party, from top to bottom in the Bush administration, and those who are not neocons. I don't know. Here's another one. Here, Mukasey, Attorney General. Okay, Alberto Gonzales resigns in disgrace because he lied so many times. So they put in Mukasey. Now, Mukasey, neocon or not? I sort of think he is, or certainly Republican, certainly pro-war, certainly will kiss Bush's ass whenever he needs to. So Mukasey, maybe. Now, Hank Paulson, neocon or not? You tell me. But definitely Republican. So we got Republican Goss, Republican Mukasey, but Newt Gingrich. Now, Newt Gingrich's name is coming up quite a bit in the Project for the New American Century. So my question is, Ron, for Ron Paul, is when you guys get rid of all of the neocons in the Republican Party, what do you got left, Ron? What do you got left? Will there be anybody around except you? Except you. Yeah. I think you're going to have to get rid of Boehner. You have to get rid of Mitch McConnell. Holy cow. You'd have to purge the entire group there. You know, even Ronald Reagan, you might call a neocon. He was kind of interventionist, wasn't he? He was interventionist. Grenada, sent those troops to Lebanon. Well, okay, you Ron Paul people debate it for me. I think your Republican Party sucks. And the Libertarian Party, let me tell you, the Libertarian Party, I don't think is going to win diddly squat. Because you guys don't even have an organization. So you better decide, maybe 2012, Libertarian or Republican. And if you're going to go Republican, you got to clean up a huge, huge mess.